Prince Charles' plot with Andy Burnham for UK healthcare unveiled, he was open to it. Prince Charles was once in agreement with Andy Burnham on the future direction of the UK's healthcare, letters have revealed. Andy Burnham, Mayor of Greater Manchester, has fought back against the government's imposition of a Tier 3 lockdown in the region recently. Their spat centered around the Labour politician's attempt to secure £90 million funding for Greater Manchester to bail out its businesses, before agreeing to go into the most extreme form of lockdown. Yet, talks have since collapsed and Prime Minister Boris Johnson has unilaterally imposed Tier 3 upon the region. Mr. Burnham's resistance to Westminster has split public opinion on Mr. Johnson's response to the coronavirus. The Telegraph's commentator Rosa Prince claimed it had undermined the government's efforts completely. She wrote, "Failure to secure such cohesion undermines one of the key weapons against the disease, communication." Mr. Burnham even said Mr. Johnson was using the North as a petri dish in the battle against coronavirus. Yet this is not the first time Mr. Burnham has been caught up in a divisive matter over healthcare. In 2009, the Greater Manchester Mayor was the Health Secretary under then Prime Minister Gordon Brown and was found to be corresponding with the Prince of Wales about the UK healthcare system. Charles has a reputation for being a meddling royal, particularly after his so-called Black Spider memos to government ministers were published in 2015. His supposed political interference infuriated many royal watchers as the monarchy is expected to be completely apolitical. In a letter written in 2009, but published 6 years later, Charles congratulated Mr. Burnham on his new appointment as the Health Secretary. The Prince of Wales also mentioned a pilot study which wanted to integrate complementary medicine with standard NHS care in England. Mr. Burnham replied thanking Charles for his kind letter, and said the pilot study in Northern Ireland, which funded GPs to refer patients to acupuncture and aromatherapy, was very interesting. He told the Royal, "I am in conversation with my officials about our plans to run a similar study in England." He continued, "I would be delighted to meet with you at Clarence House at your convenience to discuss this and other topics of interest to us both." He signed the letter with his own hand, and wrote, "I have the honor to remain, sir, your Royal Highness' most humble and obedient servant." The Telegraph reported later that the two men had a spirited exchange at Clarence House. A source told political diarist Tim Walker that Charles had wanted more complementary medicines to be available on the NHS. The insider said, "His view is that they often serve to prevent illness and, for that reason, could actually end up saving the NHS money." Andy is open to new ideas, but there is a limit to how far he feels it is prudent to go with this. The matter was quite divisive in medical circles at the time. Professor of Complementary Medicine Ed Zerdurns told The Guardian in 2015, "The letters demonstrate yet again that Prince Charles relentlessly meddles in UK health politics and thus disrespects his constitutional role." His arguments in favor of complementary and alternative medicine, and in particular homeopathy, show a devastating lack of knowledge and understanding. They are ill-informed, invalid and embarrassingly naive, but at the same time they are remarkably persistent.